to show y'all a little card trick, a little sleight of hand, and maybe you guys can try this at home and see if you can get it. Alright? I'll show you how it's done afterwards, but I'll give you a time frame to see if you guys can figure it out. Okay? So now, this trick is set up with a storyline, alright? So there was a group of cowboys all sitting around in a bar, and there were 7 people playing, and there was one outcast. So there was 6, kind of like 6 versus 1. But the one person, he kept on winning, no matter what. And so all the six group of good old boys, they said, this guy has to be freaking cheating. So they call him out. They all stick their. This is back in an old Western bar. His name was Johnny Walker. The guy that was accused of cheating. Well, he really wanted to walk out the bar without getting shot. So he goes, you know what? Go get me a brand new deck of cards, and I'm gonna prove to you that I'm not cheating. And they said, okay. So they go and grab a new deck of cards. He gets a new deck of cards. Unwraps it, right? This is a brand new deck of cards. I take it out. Okay. Remove the jokers and the 2 other cards. Come over there. So now, we have a brand new deck. When you get a brand new deck of cards, they're always in order. Okay. He shows it to them. He says, this is the normal deck of cards, correct? Okay. And now he says, I'm going to let each and every one of you cut it. And I'm not even going to let you cut it once. I will let you cut it twice. Okay? So he goes to the first person. 1 cut. Alright? The second person. 2 cuts. Okay? Third person. Third person goes a little different. 3 cuts. Fourth person. 4 cuts. Fifth person. 5 cuts. The 6th person. 6 cuts. Gets to him, and he goes, here we go. I'll cut it light, you know. And boom. Then they all go around and do it one more time. So 1. So you got 7 people going around twice. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and Johnny Walker, the dealer, gets it back. He goes 7. Okay? Now he has it, and he's getting ready to deal. He pulls his sleeves up, so everyone sees him, sees his hands, knows he's not palming cards. Alright? He goes like this. Goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and himself, right? Alright, so then he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and himself. And he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and himself. Then he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and himself. He goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and himself. Okay? Now, everybody gets their hand. He looks at his. Alright? And he says, would you like to trade anything in? Would you like to trade your cards and you get 1 trade in? And they go, no. I don't. This guy's the first guy sitting there with a shitting grin on his face. He goes, nope, and I'll gamble. He puts in a bet. The next person goes in. He says, nope, I'll keep my hand. does it. The next person goes in, no, I'll keep my hand. The next person goes in, no, I'll keep my hand. Next person, and they're all sitting there with a shitty grin on their face. And no one can understand why. They're like, finally, we're going to beat this guy. We're finally going to beat this guy. Right? And then he goes and looks at his cards, and they go, wait a second. You were the person that we called out for cheating. They said, you know what? How can we expect that you're not cheating right now? He goes, you know what? I'll throw all my cards in. And you, the person who called me out, can pick up the deck and you can deal me 5 cards. So he mucks his hand. He goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then from here, they go continue to bet. This guy goes, I'm all in. This guy goes, I call you, I'm all in. This guy goes, I call you, I'm all in. This guy goes, I call you, I'm all in. This guy says, count me in, and they all think they're going to beat each other, right? And this guy, he goes, I'm all in. So, this guy goes, all right, I'm going to win all this. He goes, uh-uh. He flips it over. What does he have? He has a full house. Okay? This guy flips it over. He has a full house. This guy, he flips it over. Put him in a row. He has a full house. This guy has a full house. This guy has a full house. And this one has a full house. And just so you know, there is queens over 5, queens and 5s. Kings and 6s. Three aces, 2 7s. Twos and 8s. Threes and 9s. And 4s and 10s. Now, everyone's like, what the fuck? They're all like, it's a draw, it's a draw. We know we beat him. You know what he has? He has a straight flush. So he takes all their money and walks out the bar. I'll let you guys try to figure out how I did that. It's a very, very easy trick. Very easy trick. But I'll get back to you later. But you guys figure out how you did that. I used to use that trick to beat everybody.
All right, so it is the morning. I had to force myself to get up at 10 o'clock. They did not put me back to sleep today, but they still had me on a hypnotic algorithm where I did not want to get up out of bed, no matter how hard I tried, for like at least 20 or 30 minutes. Well, I got up, forced myself to get a shower, so now I'm awake. I'm about to go downstairs and get some coffee. But they did, as soon as I got out of the shower, they put me in paralysis state, sitting on my bed, staring at the wall, and they put me in fits of tormentation, saying random sayings that they say over and over every day that just loops your mind and imprints you with tormentation, because they anchor more and more tormentation every day. It's like getting an anchor. It's like getting bottled emotions placed in an anchor. And so they just like go back and forth with tormenting thoughts while they put like a haptic like a feeling or a sense of like agitation, and they like jitter your brain, and then they just say the same things over again and over again and over again. But a technique that they were trying to use this morning that I thought it'd be good to document is what they do is, so they try to have me think that I'm a person who's stuck in between two or more entities. So basically they're trying to say that I am some sort of like a median or a communication device between large circles of people. So like large collectives, large whatever government agency, like I'm basically between fucking criminals and fucking cops. And they've been fucking going back and forth through me, and they've been fucking arguing back and forth. At least that's what these tormentors are making me fucking think. So I don't believe that I don't think that I don't know why people would do shit like this. Like why people would just constantly torture someone every day. But that's beyond me. I was raised in a good family. I don't torture people. I don't know why these people do. There's something messed up in their head for doing it. They should be the ones looked at. Um, but well, anyway, so now what they're doing is they're creating an A and B situation, and I'm in the middle, and they're saying, well, we want to get back at these people for hurting you. So you need to help us get back at these people, but the only way for us to get to them, because we're not connected to them, is to hurt you, and then it hurts them. That's what they're trying to say. Is that not like ridiculous? But they have this like believable frequency that makes your mind believe this shit when they fucking say it. So then you're like, you get in like this little 10 or 20 minute spiel where you fucking believe this shit. And then they have you fucking, they're bumping your thoughts back and forth and having you try to like work out situations where you could like better beat people. And then they use these fucking tactics on you after you work them out. So it's like you're a product of your own demise. So I'm on like some sort of looping machine where it takes my thoughts and it fucking brings them back on top of me. And it's ridiculous. And it's being facilitated by organic entities, which I mean humans. So humans are sitting there and like playing bumper pool with and keeping these fucking keeping these algorithms running within a certain channel. So like if I go off my rocker or get a high emotional state, they'll just calm me down and put me back in. So basically it's just constant annoyance all day long, no matter what. But every time I get to a certain level of annoyance where someone else in my environment is going to notice, they just set me right back into a level playing field. So then no one notices and everyone gets away with it. And now I'm a victim the whole fucking time. This has been going on for over 2 years now. When's this shit going to stop? Hopefully after I take all these videos. Alright, it's been like 10 minutes since my last video. I went downstairs, got a cup of coffee, came back upstairs. I plan on contacting a lawyer today, and I have to turn in my voucher for my next class in school. They're confusing me right now. They're using frequencies to make me get confused and like not think of stuff. It's easier to jump from the idea they're confusing me from, so this makes me think that they could somehow cancel out or disconnect you from one idea, because you see how I could immediately jump to another idea and talk real fast, as in an explanation, but they don't let me like hang on to what I was talking to. But well, anyway, going back to what I was talking to, which they tried to disconnect me from. I was on here trying to do anything I'd have to do with my schoolwork. They mess with my head. Every single thing I try to do with my schoolwork. So now I'm over here trying to fill out my financial aid, because my work gives me a grant for school, and every 5.5 weeks I have to send them a new update for a new voucher to make sure my grades are good and to make sure I'm still enrolled in it. I mean, I'm still attending my work at UPS. So then they both confer and they know blah, blah, blah. They know that the voucher's valid. Well, now I'm sitting here trying to do it, and they have me doing a fucking video, and they have me fucking wasting my time, and I'm fucking They keep messing with my head to where I can't fucking do it. And it's only when I sit down and do it, my head is completely clear-minded until I go to work on my fucking schoolwork. They've been doing this all morning now, too. Any single time I put my mind on anything, any single time I put my mind on anything to do that has anything to do to product my life, to make my life productive, my mind is fucked with by these people and these fucking bots that they program that fucking continuously have a map of my mind and continuously fucking keeps putting shit in my fucking mind that I don't want to deal with. This is fucking bullshit. I'm gonna keep taking these and just keeping record. I cannot do anything. It's freaking, dude, I woke up at 10 o'clock today, right? Remember that? I even said I set my alarm for 10 o'clock. I snoozed for just a little bit, and then guess what? For 50 minutes now, the whole entire time I woke up, it has not stopped. It's every morning they fucking torture me until they get me off on edge. And I woke up purposely this morning to work on shit, so they were probably just fucking sitting here waiting. Or they just fucking program it in because they sleep all day, some of them. And they just have it on a fucking continuous, just set them on a pissed off mood all morning until I wake up. This is how these fucking occultists work. And these fucking machines, dude. They need to get the fuck away from me. That's what I'm fucking saying.